Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a tournament recap of my Century Christmas Championship presented by Joe and Rob Disc Golf. So let's just jump right into it. I filmed this video a couple months back, but I'm doing a voiceover now. Here we're walking into the Century Park Disc Golf place. Here's my aunt, Jennifer. She's really pretty, I know. We're just blabbering here. My dad told me to say some random stuff to make it look like we're having fun. I was a little nervous walking into the check-in area because I'm playing MA3 for not my first time, maybe my second time or third time, I don't know. But I thought I was going to play good, but yeah. So I always like to make sure I warm up before my round because that's just necessary every tournament. I always make sure I get in a little bit of putting too. I make sure I get in some drives and talk to some of the community playing the disc golf course with us or playing the tournament with me. Here's my starting hole. We're starting on hole 8, I believe. I'm here with a couple friends. My aunt Jennifer, my dad's behind the camera, and there's Alan. So I'm gonna be throwing my sidewinder here. It's 169 weighted. I just want to pause the video really quickly. I'm supposed to be starting from the left of the tee pad, going right, and throwing a hyzer around the tree.
Just beat the tree.
Let's just say I didn't really do that. I'm supposed to be throwing a spike hyzer around the tree, but I go straight down the middle because of where I started off from the tee pad, and somehow it's under the basket.
Somehow that's gonna work.
Here's my putt. I'm putting with the Nexus Halo Invaders, the nice putters, but I still somehow missed my birdie putt. This was about 15 feet away. Really brought my confidence down, especially starting off the tournament since that was such an easy birdie. I'm throwing my Infinite Chariot here. This is hole 9. It's about 250 feet, a little bit downhill. I don't really know what the wind was doing here. This was a perfect drive. I had no complaints. It's just the stupid tree was somehow placed there. I had like a 35-footer here, maybe a little bit further, 45 feet. I stepped in the mud right before that. As you can see, my shoe is just absolutely disgusting. I lifted a little low and threw it, airballed it straight to the left. I think there was a little right to left wind there. I kind of had a little comebacker. This is about the distance I missed my birdie in the last hole, so it kind of like got me a little nervous. But I ended up making it kind of dead center, which was pretty good for my confidence. Right here, I'm throwing a forehand with my Juliana Corver turn.
Just commit to it and push it out there. Try to get to that last tree.
Don't really know what happened here because
that's kind of your marker.
When we were practicing on this hole, I was practicing the forehand and I was throwing it beautifully. And I told my dad that I wanted to throw the forehand, and I ended up throwing it straight left. So my dad forgot to record the upshot, but I had to throw this really weird upshot through this tiny gap and somehow got my way out of it, and it gave me this 35-footer, 40-footer to save par. And I made it dead center. It was, or not really dead center, but this definitely helped my confidence. I really didn't think I was going to make this, but usually I do something like that. After missing a 10-footer, I go ahead and make a long putt. Here I'm throwing my Chariot once again. Such a great disc. This hole was pretty tough because you have to get it pretty high, and you still have to somehow hit the gap.
So the
gap is a lot smaller than it seems, and it's a tough hole. I threw my shot perfectly just how I wanted it to. Just could have been a little bit higher and kind of gave me some really awkward footing and had this weird branch in front of my way. I think you can pretty sure, like, hold on. Yeah, see, you can see my hand like hitting the branch.
Yeah, you just have to swing through the brush. Pretend like it's not there.
It was so weird, and I ended up like shortening my shot by a lot. I threw my Mako there, tried to get some more glide, but it was a horrible shot and gave me this like 35-footer.
You don't have to laser it in there, just kind of push it in there.
I think it was like 45 actually. The wind was pretty strong right here, kind of a right to left wind. I did not think I was going to make that putt, but luckily my 15-footer game was on, which it usually isn't, besides the first hole. Here I'm throwing my Chariot again, and this gap scares me for some reason.
So that was anti-hyzer.
Like you have the branches on the left side and the trees on the right side.
Kind of keep it low too, so it scuttles to the.
Don't know why.
Like your person.
Here I'm throwing my DX AVR X3. I don't know why they messed up my grammar, but I had this really small gap I had to hit, and I kind of just spray and prayed, and unfortunately I didn't hit the gap, but I got a nice kick out. I threw a step putt. It's about 60, 75 feet, perfectly under the basket. Tapped it in for the 4, I think. Here I'm throwing my chariot. My dad accidentally stopped recording and then started recording again. I threw it a little bit too high. I wish I could have thrown it a little bit lower.
Okay, I don't know why I stopped press record, but then I started it again. So we'll have half the shot.
This is about a 15-footer. No, not really wind whatsoever. And dead center. It kind of came out of my hand weird, but still somehow made its way to the basket. Shout out to Throwjos. I love this lizard stamp on my chariot. Here I'm throwing my Juliana Korver turn once again. My goal was trying to get out the gap on a little bit of anhyzer and just have it flex back for an easy approach. And I committed to that shot perfectly. No complaints about that.
Perfectly thrown in. Nice.
My dad was really happy with the shot because that's exactly what he wanted me to do. I think this is my old Aviar. It's old Innova plastic. This was a tough upshot because you have the roots in front of you, and you hit that roots, you're going straight into that creek. Luckily, I got the par. And usually I take a lot of numbers on that hole, even though it's so easy. Here I lined it up on the tee pad from right to middle, or middle to middle, and you want to line up from left to right to throw hyzer. Luckily, I rolled out, hit the fence, and rolled out. I was very disappointed with that shot because I only threw like 150 feet off the tee, which was not very good for my game. This I kind of threw it a little high. This is my Juliana Korver turn.
Yeah,
threw it high, ended up really short.
Ready.
I don't threw my Aviar, my Halo Nexus Aviar X3 here. I threw it really short, and
nice and smooth for this one.
Left me with this spot. Just a little low. It was perfectly on line. It was just a little low, which was all my putts the entire round. Here I'm throwing my Aviar X3. It was a horrible shot. Like I will admit that was the worst shot I've ever thrown in my life. But it hit the tree, hit the little stump thing, and put me under the basket. It saved my life. Honestly.
Lucky butt.
Here I'm throwing my chariot. I kind of lined up not how I wanted to on the tee pad, but I threw my chariot perfectly, faded, hit the tree, and right under the basket. I could not be more happy with that shot. Here, this is about a 10-footer, 15-footer, and absolute cash.
Nice putt, Abe.
We're going on to the last hole, hole 18. This hole used to not have that fence falling down, but Hurricane Helene knocked it down, and that fence was just in my head the entire time, even though it's not really there. And then I just burnt my Mako 3 over and somehow hit the stupid tree and rolled out of bounds. I threw my Aviar X3 DX plastic. I'm really good at that type of shot, and I put it on the basket. That's where my Mako landed. I still had kind of a far putt. I wasn't too happy with my approach, but I still cashed it.
Nice putt, Ava. That was confident.
So yeah, I felt pretty confident. I didn't really play too good, and I wasn't too happy about my round, but I was still fine with how I played. So here's hole 1, second round. Or I mean, not second round, sorry. Here's hole 1. Oh wait, that wasn't the final hole. Oh, oopsies. Okay, here's hole 1. Sorry, I threw my Halo Sidewinder. I absolutely laced the shot. It was perfect. I wouldn't
got that Parkinson's disease
for anything more than that shot. Here's my putt, about 10 feet, I think, maybe 15. Had a lot of 15-footers at this course. It's kind of a birdie die course for my type of game, which can be kind of stressful. But I cashed the putt, and I usually don't get the birdie on this hole too often, which
stole a box.
Gave me a little confidence and maybe
it's been a while.
Made myself happy. This hole, I used to lace every single time, but now that I have more distance,
commit to the width.
I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, because sometimes I'll power down and throw the anhyzer, and then I'll power up and then throw the anhyzer, and I just burn it over straight into the floor. Here, I threw the line perfectly with my Juliana Korver turn, but landed a little bit short. If it just had a teeny bit more power, it would have been under the basket. This is about 35 feet, 40 feet, I don't know, I just threw a little bit low. My dad told me to kind of dad putt it because sometimes you can get a little bit of rollaways.
Perfect run.
If you hit the band, it rolls down. Here I'm throwing my Halo Sidewinder. Shout out to Throw Joes. I lined up on the tee pad once again wrong and
kick right.
Absolutely shanked it.
Oh, that's actually a good kick.
One of my
Easy
worst
par
drives.
save.
I was really disappointed in myself because I was blazing it when we were practicing. Through my destroyer, my dad accidentally stopped recording once again.
It on, like hyzer,
it was not
so it pushes
too
out
great
straight.
of a shot. Wasn't too happy with it. I threw my
Turn your body a little bit to your left. There you go.
Next is my putter here, little jump putt and on the basket.
Nice.
Easy.
Too easy.
Or no, 4. So we're going to the next hole. I actually do like this hole. I don't know what was going on here. I'm throwing my chariot again. I don't know what happened here. I absolutely shanked it. I must have read the wind perfectly because it flipped up and then I threw
Circle one.
The perfect amount of power just for it to come back and left me with this putt. I would land here every single time.
Nice bird.
Really lucky drive.
I think Abel likes this course.
I was getting lucky on a lot of holes at this course, which was not too good.
All right.
Here I'm throwing my Mako. Yeah, I'm throwing my Mako. This hole was pretty easy. I kind of shanked my drive, hit the tree, and I didn't shake it. It was a pretty good drive, actually. I just hit the tree and it skipped pretty far left. Or not skipped, hit. Oh my goodness. Hit the tree and went left.
Center pole.
This is about 30 feet, 25 feet, and I just kind of threw it.
Almost.
Sorry, my grammar is off. I just put it a little bit too high and a little bit too left. Here I'm throwing my Juliana core return. I really don't want to talk about this shot. I don't know what happened here. It just you can see by my reaction, I don't know what happened there. My wrist, it kind of came out of my wrist weird, and I don't know what was going on. Yeah, that was really weird. Here I'm throwing my pink Sidewinder. I don't think I need that much disc. It was a horrible shot. Not too proud of that. It's about 45 feet. Oh my goodness. I'm just not
for the win at Worlds by 20.
I was a little bit distracted because I was talking to my friends here, but I hit the top of the band and it kind of skipped off it. And left me with this 20-footer. And I don't know, my putting wasn't feeling too confident as again I was distracted, but that's no excuse for missing a simple little 20-footer, and that I was not happy about that. Tapped out and took a stupid 4. I was not happy. I should not be taking a 4 on that hole. Here I'm throwing my chariot again. I kind of threw it low and a little bit too left, but it got a nice skip and gave me maybe a 30-footer. This is the last hole of the tournament. This is about 30 feet, about edge of circle, I'd say. My putting wasn't feeling too confident up to this moment, but I still somehow cast the putt. It was a perfect
That's how you finish the tournament.
And I wasn't too happy with how I finished, but I think it was still a pretty solid round.
Thanks for caddying, guys. You guys are the best.
It was a great way to finish off my tournament. Here's a photo of me with my dad. Also, shout out to
Doc Howard.
Shout out to Doc Howard. He let me sign his disc. I don't think I deserve that, but that's okay.
It's only 3 letters.
I got to sign a couple discs. I got to pick out some discs, buy some, throw some stuff in the field. Overall, I had a great time, even though I wasn't really happy with how I shot and didn't place too well in MA3. I'm never playing MA3 again. I still shot pretty okay. Also, shout out to my dad. He won MA1. Congratulations to him. I still shot above my rating, and overall, I'm happy with how I played. I'm always grateful to play another tournament and get the experience. Thank you guys for watching. Go watch another one of my videos.